Hey YouTube, so I wanted to do a few video series on breastfeeding mistakes. I have breastfed all my children, so I have had a lot of experience with breastfeeding. I have breastfed and worked. I have breastfed and supplemented, and I have breastfed in public. I have breastfed in just about every scenario there is. Um, One thing I've learned very quickly is that you have to get over your fear and any shame that you may feel. But you have, even though you feel, you know, breastfeeding is good for you, breastfeeding is good for the baby. Um, a lot of women have shame and fear. You worry about what others are going to think. So you have to get over that, and that's something that's personally that's you have to deal with. I found that a lot of people really didn't care that I was breastfeeding, and as long as you're discreet, most people won't even know you're breastfeeding. I have That's how I do in public. I never breastfeed my children in the bathroom. I don't want to eat in the bathroom. I don't like food being taken in the bathroom. So I'm not going to sit in a bathroom and breastfeed my baby. If I'm in a restaurant, I will breastfeed my child at the table. I will do it discreetly so no one can see me. Covering up is usually very easy. Using a nursing bra and clothes that is to um, easy access clothes, I like to call them, are the best to use when you're out in public. You don't want anything you got to take off your whole shirt and everything. And you don't want to be obvious about it. Cover your baby, hold your baby close, put your baby in position. You do not need to watch your baby. A lot of people are talking about these nursing covers where you can look at the baby and check the baby constantly. You don't need to look at your baby while you're nursing. Um, yeah, it's nice to bond with your baby and watch your baby, but if you're just feeding your baby, then just feed your baby. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to watch your kid the whole time. I've never had a nursing cover. I'm making one now, but to be honest, I've always used a baby blanket and I laid it over me and I fed the baby. Um, so nursing in public really wasn't hard for me. Normally, like if I'm in a restaurant, I would choose a booth, preferably, and I would sit near the corner. Or, if you're with friends, they should know you're breastfeeding. You have your baby with you. Like, guys, I have to feed the baby. And let them know that, I don't like eating in the bathroom. Do you? Can I you feed my baby at the table like you guys do? I'm not going to expose my breast to the table. I'm not going to show you my breast. And if you want me to afterwards, I will wash my hands. You can talk about that beforehand or later. I've never really ran into a problem with breastfeeding with my friends because, believe it or not, most of my friends breastfed. I have had a few cousins that were like, oh my God, you're breastfeeding. On my father's side, they didn't breastfeed. They thought bottle feed. Like, oh, you don't have a bottle? I'm like, no, I don't bottle feed. I just breastfeed. And so I've had a few people that asked me if I would do it in their bedroom instead of doing it in their living room. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You want me to eat in your room? I eat in your room too. I mean, but in certain cases, in certain instances, if it has made others uncomfortable, I have breastfed in my car, listening to my music and relaxing and fed my baby. Um, most issues with breastfeeding in public has to do with yourself and how you deal with it. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, and you're worried about what others will think. As long as you're discreet, most people won't even notice what you're doing. They won't know what you're doing. So it doesn't matter. And if they do know, you just explain that you're feeding your baby and that you haven't exposed yourself to them. And if you did, just apologize. And hopefully that won't happen. I've never actually had that happen to me, and that's one thing I'm very happy about. You just have to be careful and just cover up. Um, Feeding in restaurants is pretty easy. Most people, if, as long as you're discreet, then no one's going to say anything to you. In the mall, I have a seat in the mall. Get yourself in position, get your baby covered. You, I usually wrap my baby and cover my baby under the blanket, so nobody really actually knows what's going on. If they see baby feet kicking and everything, then oh well, Stop being so nosy. I mean, and that's why I guess for me, breastfeeding in public has never been a problem. It's because I got over that really quickly. And that's it. Okay, bye guys.